What's going on, guys? This is going to be part two of my official views reaction video. And, I decided to split up in editing, as I said in part one. And if you have not checked out part one, you're going to want to do that, obviously, first. So the link will be in the description as well. You can check that part one out and then come back here for part two of my views reactions. And that's it. So let's jump right into part two of the review. That was great. Now we're on track 10. We're halfway through, guys. Halfway through. We're on track 10. It's called Still Here. Let's go.
Doing well, dog. Yeah.
Okay. Track 9, Division was not playing. Track 10, Drake is definitely not playing these games. Yeah. During If Your Reason's Too Late, when it's Star 6-7 and Lil Wayne's like, man, I want ours to bring in, clips, ammo. Drake brought in the whole military, dude. Drake, in track 10, he brings in the whole military. The beat is hot. The lyrics are fire, man. Wow. that is like a souped up hype. You know what I'm saying? That's like track 5, but on a whole nother level, right? That's souped up. It's summertime, man. This is summer 16. This is summertime right now, bro. Still here. Wow, that was crazy. He's like, man, I got 666, but I'm still saying hallelujah. I was like, yo, oh man, wow. I mean, there we go. We're gonna go to track 11, Controller. Track 11. All right, Controller, right? This ultimate vibes, man. Ultimate vibes. It has that Jamaican feel, right? It has that Jamaican kind of, you want to I mean, I was dancing here. Like I was straight up like, dancing like getting with it, man. It was 100% vibes and uh I like how the instrumentals, right? It sounds like almost like a video game. You know what I'm saying? There are video game esque, like, 8-bit music, type of, themes to it, right? And it kind of goes hand in hand with the track title. It's a controller. You know what I'm saying? Like controller, right? Controller video games, right? You guys can see the correlation here. But I really did enjoy that. It's another thing. It's another song that I'm gonna, feel like I'm gonna just vibe with, like track 6, Western Road Flows. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm gonna just play that when I'm just cruising, right? When I'm cruising, I'm not, trying to get hyped with the boys, right? I'm not over here like still here, on track 10, still here, but I'm over here, just chilling, I'm vibing, I'm just relaxing. I really did enjoy that. I thoroughly enjoyed that track. I like that way more than I thought I would like that. Like the title sounds kind of meh, but I really did enjoy that. And we have the same Jamaican, tidbits and voices like we did in If Your Readiness Is Too Late. We have that same type of thing, same type of feeling to this track. So that was, man, bravo. That was great. That was awesome. But now we're gonna go on to the most hyped song I have ever heard a Drake song be hyped before. This one dance right here, I have heard this non-stop by people that have been telling me, dude, how are you doing it? How are you saving this until views? And this is why I'm saving this until views, okay? This is One Dance right here, okay? One Dance is the next track, and I'm saving this because I wanted the context of views. I wanted to understand what this track One Dance has to bring to views, what it fits, what it brings to the table, right? And here we are. This is ultra first time I'm listening to One Dance. Here we go. Track 12 featuring Wizkid and Kyla. One Dance. Let's go. Baby, listen, let me just start by saying, look, I am so glad that I waited this long to listen to One Dance. It was hard. It was very hard. There were times where I wanted to break. There were plenty of times I wanted to break, but I kept strong and it was worth it. It was all worth it in the end, man. Wow. That is, dude, I want to dance with a chick right now. I want to go dance with somebody right now, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh man. Okay, I gotta be okay. Look, to be honest, 100%. The girl, I wasn't really feeling her vocals, right? I wasn't really feeling that girl's vocals, right? Just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like those vocals are gonna need some time to grow on me, right? But One Dance, Drake, man, class, classic, dude, classic. That goes on the pedestal, right? With Find Your Love, with Best I Ever Had, with headlines, all those key, I mean, Hotline Bling's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Just Longer Going Home, one of those like songs that stand by themselves, right? And One Dance definitely stands by itself, dude. That wasn't, man, wow. Wow. Dude, that's it. Boom. I want that at my prom. I want that at every single dance from here on out, man. Wow, that was so good. That was so good, man. Wow, that was so good. All right. We're going to go on to track 13. It's Grammys. Now, this one, it's called Grammys, and it's featuring Future. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Is this real life? I don't know. But it's Future. So this is about to be a banger. Everybody, I gotta, hold on, I gotta loosen up, man. I gotta loosen up this shirt because I tell you what, this is about to be flames. Flames. Let's go. Track 13, Grammys, featuring Future. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm telling that beat drop when Future gets in. oh, oh my god. Oh my gosh. If you and your squad don't absolutely lose it when you hear that track, there is something wrong with you and your squad. You and your squad are not hyped like me and my squad. You know what I'm saying? You guys saw me and my squad in the vlog, but if your squad does not get hype over this track, there's something wrong with your squad. There's something wrong with your squad. Oh my god. That is the ultimate in the car bass 100%. You gonna think of one? It's, oh man, dude, that's like, it's Drake and Future, right? What they do best together is that they make the ultimate hype songs, right? Where hype songs that get stuck in your head. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jumpman, Diamonds Dancing, Plastic Bag. You know what I'm saying? They make tracks that get stuck in your head and that you love, man. It's wow. That's 100%, dude. That's fire, man. That's fire. That's flames, dog. That's a guarantee. If that song deserves a Grammy, Grammy. I don't care if it's a hood Grammy or a regular Grammy. That track deserves a Grammy, hands down. Wow, that was incredible. All right, we're gonna go on to track 14, Child's Play. Track 14.
Right.
This is the first track where I'm not really sure how I feel about this one. I wouldn't say I dislike it, right? I just feel like the track is kind of trying to be two things at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like almost wants to be hype, but it also wants to be kind of laid back and chill, and it kind of goes back and forth, and the lyrics are kind of sporadic, and at least I didn't really find a memorable line in Child's Play. But that's definitely a track that I'm gonna go back to and really, 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 I don't know, just let it grow on me some more. I'm not really sure. I would not say it's bad. I really not say it's bad. I would say that it's probably the weakest song we've had. We're at track 15 right now, pop style. But as of the previous 13 tracks, prior to 14 Child's Play, I would say that this one is a little bit of a dip. However, I do not think it's bad. I don't know. I'm a little iffy shaking on it. It's definitely, I feel like it's, definitely a catchy track, but it's something that I don't feel like, I feel like that one might be a track that I might not, end up, really, connecting with, when it's all said and done, right? When I've had time to reflect on views, right? When I've had time to listen to its entirety, a couple times. I feel like that one might what might be a weak point in this album, but I still, enjoyed it. I still found some enjoyable aspects of that, And all right, we're gonna go on to the other track that I avoided, one pop style. Now, this track, looking at it, on the album, I'm not sure if this is just that he forgot to tag it, which I assume he wouldn't forget this. But there's no featuring the throne. Is this an alternate version of pop style? Without Jay Z and Kanye West. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was kind of hyped to hear Jay Z and Kanye, but I guess in this version of pop style, we don't get that apparently. Allegedly, we haven't listened to it right now, but we're gonna jump into it right now. This is track 15, pop style. Track 15, pop style. Yeah, so this version of Pop Style, did not include Jay Z and Kanye, but that didn't even sway my opinion on this track. Without them, this track, Pop Style, is an OVO anthem. You know what I'm saying? It's they turn my birthday into a lifestyle. All we do is pop style. You know what I'm saying? It's the OVO song, man. It's October's very own. It's a hype OVO song, man. Man, and he said got so many chains they call me Channing Tatum. Yo, that one got me wildin'. That was funny. That was good. That was, man. That's a really really nice. That song. That's on repeat. That's a repeat song, man. Wow, that song is it reminds me a lot of Nothing Was the Same. When I feel like when in that album, right, Nothing Was the Same. I feel like that was when he realized that, oh snap, like I'm a really big deal. Like not me, but like Drake as an artist is a really big deal. You know what I'm saying? And like he came to terms with that. And he made the album based off of that. About him being such a big deal, right? And I feel like pop style, is that same thing. Come to terms, saying like, listen, like I come to this city, I run it. You know what I'm saying? Like I run wherever I'm at. I'm the center of focus. You know what I'm saying? Pop style, it's how we do. It's just how I do. But wow, that was incredible. That was a really good track, and I will definitely go back and listen to the one with Kanye West and Jay Z, aka the Throne. I would definitely go back and hear their verses. But I really do wonder why they weren't on this album. I really do. I don't know if maybe one of Drake's verses here was probably always meant to be on the album and just not the Throne, or maybe there's some beef going on. I don't know, man. Like I mean, if you think about it, Drake did make fun of Kanye's pool, but I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I would definitely go back and listen to the version with the Throne, but now we're going to track 16. It's called Too Good with my girl Rihanna. With Rihanna, we got another Drake and Rihanna song. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Wow. All right, Rihanna, Pope, man, she killed it with work. And this time we're going to do it again with called Too Good. Let's see how this sounds. Let's go. Track 16, Too Good. Some Too Good, right? That had a similar, vibe and feeling to One Dance, where it was kind of like it was a nice rhythmic pace. It feels like you could dance with it with someone else, right? But it's another one of those songs where the lyrics sound way more depressing than the beat, or like in other terms, right? The lyrics sound completely different than what the actual instrumentals to the song sounds like, right? What I mean by that is because Drake is saying like, yo, like he comes to a realization where it's like, I'm too good for you. Like I do all these things. I give all this love. I give all this dedication. I give all this time. When I have a busy schedule as is, right? Like I do all these things for you, and you just take he says you just take my love for granted, right? And it's like and then he goes on to say like, oh, I wish I we could have those late night texts. I wish that we could do all these things, but it's like you treat me like crap, basically what he's saying, and I feel like this is a very relatable song. I feel like a lot of people have felt that, where it feels like, wow, like I'm pulling a lot more weight, than you are, right? Like I'm doing a lot more things than you are. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's something that definitely he will get people to connect with and really vibe with at the same time. Like it's a really great sounding song. You know what I'm saying? And Rihanna echoes kind of the same the same subject matters as Drake, right? Just in her type of twist and style, and she absolutely killed it, right? She, her voice always sounds great on a track. She always kills it. Any track she's on, and it's just that's it. I mean, it's 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 the same essence as like a Drake and Party Next Door song, right? Where it's like, what more are you gonna expect other than a great track? If you have Drake and Rihanna, right? They did it with Take Care. Now, no, not with Take Care. Yeah, Take Care. No, was it track with Rihanna? I forgot. They use. I think it was Take Care. I think I'm right. I'm right. I'm right, guys. Right? Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. They killed it. With Take Care. And now that they're doing it again with Too Good, and did it again with Work. Right? Like there's a pattern. When you bring two artists together that know each other's voices and how they work in the studio, you're gonna get greatness pretty much every time, right? If it's it's a formula, right? And obviously the formula continues with Drake and Rihanna. That was a great track. I love the premise of it. I absolutely, could relate to it 100%. And I just felt, wow, great track. Boom. That's it. So, like I said, great, absolutely great track. And now we're going on to a short track. It's only a minute long, about, a minute and 46 seconds, looks like on here. And it's called Summer's Over Interlude. So we'll see what type of message this is bringing to us. This is track 17, Summer's Over Interlude. Nice. We got some G Jordan in views. Yeah. Now it's not labeled as wait, let me make sure we have a clarification on that. If it's not labeled, I believe it's not labeled. Yeah, I'm correct. Yeah. It is definitely not labeled as Majid Jordan, but it is definitely 100% Majid Jordan. Class A confirmed. There's no way it's not. It definitely sounds like Majid Jordan. It's 100% Majid Jordan. And wow. Wow. I was hoping we would get them in views, and I looked at when I first got the album, when I first bought it, I didn't see their name, so I was like, oh man, we were gonna get G Jordan, but we ended up did getting a little Majid Jordan in the album, so wow, that it sounded very it sounded almost like Drake's dad has something to do with this track, right? It sounded very, of an older time. Sounded very much like a maybe '70s track where it's, that it had a guitar riff that was slow and like, it had drawn out notes, right? It sounded very, '70s esque. It sounded very much like a a song, it had aspects of a song that was during Drake's dad's time when he did music, right? So it very much had that kind of older vibe to it. And I definitely enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed Majid Jordan. Obviously, you guys know that I'm a big Majid Jordan fan. I'm big Majid Jordan fans, as a whole, right? I love the work that they both do, Majid and Jordan, to OVO, and I was I was completely surprised by this. I was not expecting Majid Jordan after looking at the track list, but track 17 belongs to Majid Jordan, so there we go. And I definitely did enjoy that interlude. It was somewhat of a transition, I guess. If we're looking at summer's over. Apparently, we might get I don't know. I don't know what comes after this, but I liked those vibes that were given off of Summer's Over interlude. So now we're going to go on to track 18, Fire and Desire. We have one more track after this. It's Views on track 19. And then I'm going to skip Hotline Bling, guys. Come on. I'm going to skip track 20, Hotline Bling, right? But we will talk more about Hotline Bling and why I don't have an issue with it on the album when we go to track 18. So when we get to track 20, which Hotline Bling. But now we're going to go to track 18, Fire and Desire. Track 18, Fire and Desire. Fire and Desire. That one. is a very, very, very good R&B Drake. And the reason why I'm, kind of speechless right now, like I'm kind of at a loss of words, is just I don't know, like that that song is something different. That song stands apart from all the other tracks on this album. And this was also one of the tracks that I pointed out to some of my friends. I'm like, listen, that one, Fire and Desire, that one's different. That one is gonna be a different track. And I was pretty much right on that, around the nail with that too. Fire and Desire, it's about, basically it's about him saying like, listen, like, he's kind of, it's one of those, again, like self thought songs where he's like, yearning for someone, where he says, I want to put someone in front of me and not beside me and not behind me. I want, and like he's like, oh, and definitely not on the side, right? He wants someone like, Mary type, but it's, him, searching for, for love, right? And like I really did like that. I mean that track, and it's not a very slow song, right? It's not the one that has a lot of slow, aspects to it, and it's very not your average Drake song that you hear, right? It's very R&B esque. It's very slow. It kind of, honestly, this track kind of sounds like a Tyrese type of track, where Tyrese is more into, a more, old school R&B type of feel to it, and this is like Drake's take on it, right? It's very old school, reminiscent of that old type of R&B, where you're talking about love, and it's very raw sounding, right? It's very, it's just your voice, right? It's not any other aspects during, the track, or during, you singing, right? It's not like a modern day R&B track. It's a very old school type of sound to it. So I definitely enjoyed that track, and that's definitely gonna be something that I'm gonna look back on, and I'm definitely gonna listen to again over and over, probably. And now we're on track 19. Now this is technically the last track that I'm going to listen to, right? Because Hotline Bling, I mean, we're gonna get to Hotline Bling, guys. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about why, I'm obviously skipping it because I've heard it, but I'm gonna talk, a little bit more on Hotline Bling. But right now, we're gonna get to the finale track of this review and reactions. Thank you guys. If you guys have gone through, stick with me through this whole rad, please leave a like on the video and subscribe, as always. And I really do appreciate, you guys vibe with me. So now we're gonna go on to the last track of Views, the self-titled track, Views from Drake. Let's go.
Question is, will I ever leave you? The answer is no, 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 no.
Wow. Man. There is, I mean, to Drake fans, to OVO fans, to longtime Drake fans, there is no other feeling you get when you reach the end, right? And you just take it all in. Wow. 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 All right, Views, the track. It is very reminiscent of a lot of his other outros, like on Take Care, where it's just all out, rap. Is kind of similar. It's similar to, how I talked about in the beginning of the review about Western Road Flows. How he has those tracks where it's just all rap. It's similar to that, but it's a little bit more. It has a different feel to it. Like those outros are kind of the same formula like those songs, but it's a little bit different in the sense that it is kind of taking the whole album as a whole, being an outro, right? It's taking it as a whole and kind of giving it its final statement, right? Its final, say. And he ends this album where it's like, if I was you, I wouldn't like me either. I don't, man. That's gonna be a track I go back and listen to, because there's there's some deep stuff in there, man. There's some deep stuff that I didn't even pick up on, that I will pick up on when I, go back and listen through this album again. But wow. This album had an amazing intro and now an amazing outro. Wow. Views, man. Views. But let me get on to why I'm not doing Hotline Bling, right? I know I said in my video that, if there were any repeat tracks, I'd be, kind of disappointed, right? But listen, Hotline Bling is an exception to me, right? Hotline Bling, I feel like Hotline Bling is a song that deserves an album, that deserves to be attached to an album, and I feel like it deserves wholeheartedly to be on Views, right? Because Hotline Bling is one of Drake's key mark songs, right? It is on the same pedestal as you put Hold On We're Going Home or Find Your Love, you know what I'm saying? It's those key mark, it's those big hit songs, right, that are released by itself and then put on the album, right? And all of those types of songs, were released by itself and then put on the album, right? Find Your Love, Just Long We're Going Home, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those tracks, right? Hotline Bling is one of those tracks, right? And I feel that Hotline Bling more than willing deserves a spot on Views, right? Period. It absolutely deserves it. It absolutely deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Hotline Bling is an amazing track. It is catchy. It is something that we will always remember Drake for, right? Just like we remember Just Long We're Going Home and Find Your Love, those same type of tracks, right? Hotline Bling deserves to be on Views. So, I mean, I don't have an issue with it being on Views. You know what I'm saying? What I would have gotten mad for is if he put Back to Back on it, if he put Right Hand, if he put Heat of the Moment, if he put those other tracks, right, that were not, Hotline Bling, right? I would have been, kind of jaded by that, and especially it being at the end, I can forgive that, right? If it was stuck in the middle where I'm forced to skip on it, that's something that I talked about too, where I wouldn't, I don't know, man. So I'm gonna let Hotline Bling slide just because it's Hotline Bling, guys. Come on. But overall, I made some bold predictions about this album, right, prior to it releasing and prior to my listening session. And I told a lot of people that, listen, I feel like based on the title and based on what, how long this album has taken to get through and what this, what this album means, right? And when this album is coming out, at what time this album's coming out, right? This album has the potential to be Drake's greatest work, right? I told people, I'm like, listen, mark my words. I tweeted this out on my Twitter. I tweeted out a couple of days ago, listen, mark my words. Views will be Drake's greatest work he has ever done in his life. It will be the pinnacle. It will be his greatest music he's ever made. And honestly, this album is. It is. It is. And that's just me off of my one listen. There are so many different sides to Drake that he puts on this, right? I have regarded Star 67, right? It's on If It's Too Late. Whenever I hear someone that never really gave Drake a chance, never heard of Drake, I always point them to Star 67, right? Because I feel like it is a song that shows all of Drake's avenues, right? It shows all of what he can do as an artist, right? And this album is similar in that vein, right? This album shows Drake's entirety. It shows all that he can do, right? It's not like Take Care where it's mostly R&B. It's not like If It's Too Late where it's mostly rap. It is a Star 67 extended, right? It is all, you see all of Drake. You see all of it, right? You see his pain, you see his hype, you see him being, boasting, being, in the limelight, and you see his sorrow, you see his woes, you know what I'm saying? It shows so many different views of Drake, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel, like I said from the beginning, this album, I feel is what this album's about. It's about where Drake has been, what he was, and what he did versus, it's that journey of what he will become, what he will be, and who he is, right? It's that aspect of, looking and like grazing over it all and looking at everything, from a higher standpoint, right? Listen, buy this album. This album is a must listen. This album has the potential to be album of the year. Please, guys, trust me on this. Listen, I may be biased, right? I may be a huge Drake fan. You guys know that I may be biased. These words may be biased to you, but I am telling you, buy this album. Listen to it. Please. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do not take my opinion. Listen, do not take my opinion, right? I want you to go seclude yourself from everything and listen to this album in its entirety from track 1 to track 20. Skip Hotline Bling if you want to, but 1 to the end and take it all in, right? Do not just take my word for it. This album is more than just another Drake album. This has the potential to be album of the year, and this has the potential to be Drake's greatest work. And I feel like after I give this, more time to sit and reminisce on my mind and give this more playthroughs, that I will definitely and absolutely come to this conclusion that Views is Drake's greatest work, period. So that's been my reaction video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you guys enjoyed, please, in the description below, you can find my Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that good stuff. You can follow me there and see what I'm thinking about Views, at that current time. See whatever else I'm doing. And as always, you know what? Leave the comments below. Let me know, what tracks you like, what tracks you didn't like, what tracks you were feeling, what tracks you're not feeling. If you guys disagree with one of my critiques on one of these tracks, let me know in the comments below. And support this album, man. Listen to the album. I'm telling you, support it. You will not be disappointed. And as always, I got you.